So do you want me to do the vote to show you how it's done, or are you going to do it, or really quick? I mean, it literally could take like less than a minute to do it. Do you want me to do it real quick, or? So do you want me to do the vote to show you how it's done, or are you going to do it, or really quick? I mean, it literally could take like less than a minute. Recording started, so 11:10. Oh wait, is someone else recording?
Yes, I recording the session also.
Great. Yeah, I might be leaving early, so that's key.
Okay, the proposal written there by Albina. Proposal split the team into two team or to remain in our team.
So
those who want to be split, you write yes. If you don't want the group to be split, you can say no.
So, like Lucy, the way to do, you want me just to do it really quick to show you how it's done?
Okay.
All right, so this is just a simple straw poll. And you either say that you want to vote for splitting up or staying together, right? So either split or to stay together. If we get 10 people, we're going to have to split, but how many people do we have right now? Yeah, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 10 people, it says. Oh, unless Abdul is here twice. But anyways, I mean, I think we should probably just split up because it's like, there's 10 people here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's like, no one else can join. If anyone else tried to join, they wouldn't even be able to. So let's just go ahead and split. So let's do main hangout would be for like taxes and planning for buddy team leadership. And this would be like Jay, Zilu, Abdul, Lucy. Well, actually, maybe Lucy should go on the other team. But anyway, so we need someone to volunteer to step up to facilitate the other group.
Yeah.
So we need someone to do the other group. So we need someone to step up. Do you guys hear me? To step up to help facilitate the other group?
Yeah, we hear you.
So I mean, if no one wants to step up to do that, then I mean, we can just all, go home and not do this at all. I mean, there's no reason to be working if people aren't going to work. Okay, so I'll say it one more time, but I mean, it's like, it's up to you guys. But basically, like, we're all here to pay. Our process is very simple. If we get, over 7 people, 8, 9 people, we split up into 2 groups. Once we're in 2 groups, you can still talk between the groups if you wanted to. But bottom line, it's like, this is what we're paid to do, is to run the sessions and do the session support and be the facilitator and take on all the positions and do the training. So if no one steps up, then there's no reason to be here to do this.
Jay, I don't know if I am qualified to do that because I'm not yet in level 4.
You do not have to be level 4 to be a facilitator. Anyone can do it.
Okay, I'll do.
Okay, so all you have to do is basically to select a runner, right? So once you get into your other team, just make sure you guys have a runner, and just from there you want to make sure that someone's taking notes and such, and I'm sure you'll be perfectly fine. don't worry too much about it. And then we'll send a runner to you to help you guys out, and it'll be fine. Yeah, just help make an agenda. You guys can talk about whatever you want to do, but that would focus. My recommendation is to focus on getting you guys to level 4 and getting the quintet. This is the very first session that you guys are all having together. So it's actually kind of a special session, and you guys have never attended an AustrAsia session before. This is your first one. And you guys are all from like the Philippines and AustrAsia, so it's like this is your session. And it's your quintet. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Any other questions? So let's write down the names again. So this would be not Andrew, this would be Aline, the facilitator. And feel free to ask for help. Like if you need help, just send your runner to us, and then they can help us. We can help you.
Okay, Jay.
So this would be Shagimi. It would be Gail, Razu. Is that right? Lucy Albina is here with us. Albina, Zulu, Abdul. Cool. I think that's correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. Perfecto. So that will be secondary hangout, or second hangout. And I'll just help you guys out a little bit, like, a quick little agenda for you guys would be like, review levels for each person, make goals for the AustrAsia session, review setup, review past notes and goals from the AustrAsia session. You could even just review the main doc, the AustrAsia main doc, or not the main doc, the AustrAsia Super Team doc. So that's your team doc. Does that make sense in terms of these are things that you guys could do?
Okay.
Yeah. And of course, you guys can do that if you want to. And you'll get better at facilitating. It's a pretty small group. There's only 4 of you, so you should be perfectly fine.
Okay.
Any other questions for you, Aline, or anyone else for the second group?
Okay, we'll move to the second hangout.
Yeah.
Okay, Shigemi and Gail, can we go to second hangout?
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you. Aline, are you able to get, oh, there she goes, okay. All right, so Lucy, do you want to continue us here? And I think Abdul should be our runner. I would encourage Abdul to be our runner because he's got the video and he can go and help them with their level 4s and stuff like that.
Okay, I think we can continue with our desired outcome for today.
Yeah, but let's just make sure we have a confirmed runner.
I think Abdul.
Cool.
Abdul, Abdul.
Yes, Lucy.
I think you are a runner.
Okay.
Okay. So now we begin with our desired outcome for today.
So
anyone can contribute our desired outcome.
We are focusing on taxes, so we need to ensure that taxes are done. Okay.
Anything else?
So if possible, we can discuss overall umbrella exec client management. Because we have lots of dock here, but exit dock are empty. But I think we need to discuss about, I think we need to training this also. Umbrella, overall umbrella exact client management.
Say again, discuss umbrella exa what?
Umbrella, overall umbrella exact client management.
Client management, okay.
Like as exact value tracking, then exact client responsibility verification, exact documentation, exact finance, exact legal, and exact legal operation.
I do have a quick update. Also, I'd love to go pretty quickly, you know, because it's really late, and I think we need to focus on the taxes. So anything that's not getting the taxes done is pushing us back. And then the other desired outcome I would mention is to help get the AustrAsia team set up. And I think that Abdul, you should help with that. I think this would definitely be Abdul to help with that.
Okay.
You know, helping get to level 4 and things like that. Because there's everybody in the other team is all brand new, and one of the reasons we have all the old folks here in the leadership is because we're all the ones working on taxes. But once we go through that, we should be able to get people over there to help with that, and then go over buddy team leadership, which Abdul already knows anyways. So maybe do some buddy team leadership, more training on buddy team leadership.
Yes.
And if someone could also link the new doc to our notes.
I will.
Okay, just.
We just got it from Skype.
I think that's it. Recommending.
I'm doing.
Okay.
Any other desired outcome? I think can move on to the next.
Yes, we can move on.
Okay. Now we are on priority topics. I think what is always discussed on desired outcome are always the topics that we discuss on that day. Additional topics need to be added there.
For me, no. You can go deeper on the ones you've listed.
Zilu, anything left out?
No.
We are good. We are well to go.
Yeah, we have to go.
Okay. Quick update. I think now we can begin. Jay will take us through the first topic, quick updates.
So I was just going to do a really quick update on the client. So basically, the client lost one of its big partners over the weekend. It's kind of like, you know, a hurricane, for a terrible pun. So so the client lost a big partner. Basically everything is destabilizing, and this is a big problem. You know, it's possible. I would say there's a 50% chance, 50-50 chance they will raise maybe like 500,000 before the end of the month. Let's say 200 to 500,000 for the end of the month. Of investments, right?
Yeah.
Before the end of the month. Overall, what this big partner leaving is the difference. Overall, this means the difference between raising, 50 million, maybe 30 to 50 million plus, and raising like, 1 to 5 million. So I'm not sure if you guys understand that, but to try to make it as clear as possible, this partner was going to potentially increase, by 4 or 5 times the value and the money that our client would be able to raise with the public offering, right? So luckily for us, if we still raise, 1 to 5 million, we should still be in pretty good shape because we don't really need a lot of money. We don't need multi-million-dollar contracts to be stable. We just need like $100,000 a year. So our budget is currently 100K plus per year to keep the current stability. So if we can raise 1 to 5 million, we should be okay. If we can raise 1 to 5 million, we should still be okay. So, but destabilizing anything is not good overall. It's just really bad. And I think there's a 50-50 chance that they raise this money before the end of the month to raise like at least some amount. If they don't, there will be major budget cuts. Right, so these budget cuts could start as early as October 1st. And if this does happen, it would affect our October, what is it, like 12th budget? I don't know what it is. All right, do you guys have any questions about that? Do you guys understand what I'm saying? So just to review really fast, our client lost a really big partner. It's the difference between raising a few $1 million and raising like $30 to $50 million in their public offering and the whole ICO and everything that we're doing with them. Luckily for us, if they can still raise 1 to 5 million, we're still in really good shape, right? And it doesn't really affect our budget at this point in time, but there's still a 50-50 chance that this could seriously detriment being able to raise money in the next month. But hopefully we do raise money and it all works out. Otherwise, there could be some major budget cuts starting in October. And hopefully that will be temporary. Hopefully it would just be temporary or not happen. So I'm just making sure you guys understand what's going on. Obviously I could talk for like an hour about all the details. There's like 100 different things going on. There's a lot of complications. We are highly involved in a lot of the new legal structures that we're proposing and changing things to improve upon. The whole thing is a mess. But that's what happens with startups. They're very unstable. So just get used to it. So you're working in startups, there's a lot of destability. So it's just part of the experience. Any questions on that, or ready to move on?
Yeah, move on. If you look good, if you share your screen.
Oh yeah, sure. Thank you for reminding me.
That's good. Good updates.
Yeah, it's very important. Hopefully nothing happens and it's all good, but I just try to keep you guys up to date, Worst case scenario, we might have to cut back on some of our budgets. Oh, and just so you guys know, on our end, we are definitely instituting our policy for team budgets. We need team budgets. They're just not happening. every quinton must have a team budget for the next budget. You know, I mean, I don't think we're gonna like fire any teams yet, but if your team doesn't have a budget, then it's not going to be, you know, it's just not gonna exist. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So every single team, including the AustrAsia team, needs a budget, and has a budget and needs to bring in money and do everything like everything else does. And then the global core team can help supplement the budgets and try to work, you know, issues and sharing between the globe, who needs money, who doesn't, and stuff like that. But overall, every single quinton needs to have its own budget and be stable within its budget. Just like every buddy team needs its own budget. So all the buddy teams propose their budgets to their super teams, their quintet teams. So yeah. All right, cool, check. And that'll be for the next round of budgeting. I'm done with the, are there any other updates maybe? Okay, great. Lucy, are you still here? Are you facilitating?
Yeah, I'm still here. We can move on to the next topic, taxes and plan. I think we will spend 15 minutes there.
Okay.
And take us through, Jay.
All right, so let's just make sure we have a plan. Jay, buddy team, Jay and Zilu are responsible for taxes. So basically anything that Zilu needs, you can help at any time. So as long as Zilu says it's okay, it's okay. Does that make sense, Zilu?
Yes.
So everybody else is not assigned to taxes unless Zilu says so, or me. Unless it is a scheduled buddy team session. Okay, so assigned to do taxes in unscheduled individual time. All right, so basically, you know, if you want to work on taxes, work with Zilu. If he needs help, that'll be fine. So our taxes are, there's the BJC taxes, and these are basically done, and I got those taken care of. There's VZ entity taxes, which still need to be done. There's Anya taxes, and then there's Jorge. I think that's all of them, right?
Yeah.
And then there's gonna,
PNC and the new account for 2017 is maybe not necessary right now. I'm not sure.
no, we're not doing anything for 2017. This is only 2016. So note that, 2016 taxes.
So when is the deadline for these taxes to be completed?
Say again?
I'm asking when is the deadline for the taxes to be
Oh,
completed?
yeah. Deadline for individual taxes, September 14th, which is, you know, 3 days from now. So we don't have a lot of time. So this is pretty much done. I got to take care of, not a problem. This one we can basically wait on, and this is technically 2015 and 2016 taxes. And we're gonna wait on these and turn in late. Okay. These the entity taxes. So there's step 5, and I'm mainly gonna do that. Then we have step 6, and I would say like Zilu and anyone can do this. And step 7 is probably going to end up being Jay and Steve. Do you guys know what step 5, step 6, and step 7 is? Can anyone say what step 5, 6, and 7 is?
Yes, for me, 6.
Step 5.
Can anyone say step 5? What's step 5?
Sending the emails.
Step 5 is send email, I think.
Yeah.
It's basically
Yeah.
to finalize the categories. Okay?
Yeah.
What's
Yes.
step 6? What's step 6?
Yeah, this is the first. So I think step 4 is fill gap.
What?
Are you seeing my screen, Jay?
Step 6 is finalize the report for all accounts by year.
Totalize the categories.
Yes.
The text.
Total non-categories.
So this is the tax categories. So this is like where you create a new spreadsheet for the tax categorization. Right. So this is finalize by date categories. Right. So fill in the last gaps of the categories. Step 6 is to create a new spreadsheet for the tax categorization. So this is by category, not by date. Do you guys understand this? So this is a separate spreadsheet. Are you guys following me?
Yeah. So Jay, you can just check on honest taxes verification sheet. I just linking there just below. Just open that. Yeah.
We'll get there. Right now we're doing VZ entities.
Yeah.
So what about step 7? What's that?
So step 7 is fill up the tax form.
Yeah, so tax forms. Cool. All right. So are there any questions on how to get the VZ entity taxes done? So I would say here, wait for Jay to give the green light. Okay?
Yes.
Yes.
So I'm going to finish up this. Primarily, it's because it's just really complicated. There's just so much going on with that, but we're really, really close. And I just have a few last things to get from Vienna. Let's just review really quick. Yeah, so this is the ones. So these are the ones from Vienna. So I sent her all of these to make sure so you can ask. Some of them we got already figured out, but there's mainly this $9,000. We got this $2,000, $7,000 one cleared up. So there's just this $9,000 transaction. And then there's all these like $1,000, $2,000 transactions that are all from the same Pop Money account. So we'll see how that all works out, but I think it should be fine. We're really close
In Vienna, there is. Okay.
Yeah.
In the Vienna, there's a Venmo account added by someone, and there is a gap on the copy of 2016 sheet. That is number 80. There is no. Oh, sorry, that is not 80.
18.
The number 105 of copy of 2016 Vienna.
105. What is this?
This is NIR. This is. I'm talking about the this examination. This is NIR sheet.
Okay, VZ examination. Let's see if I can find it. All right. So what is it? 105.
Go to the tab copy of 2016.
Why would I go to copy of 2016? Why am I not working in 2016?
Okay, and then look over the date also.
Well, no, but we all need to be working on the same thing. It doesn't make any sense for anybody not to be working on exactly what I'm working on, because then we're just doing nothing. You need to explain exactly what sheet you're working on so that we're all working on the same thing. Otherwise, we're doing no work, right? There's nothing getting done if we're not working on the same spreadsheet. Like, I don't know why there would be a copy here. It doesn't make any sense.
Column number 64.
Well, can you please explain to me why why there's a copy of 2016? Why does that exist?
I was just make this for separate the categories as I was for finalize the categories, but that is not necessary. I will.
That is done on a separate spreadsheet. That should never be done on this one. You make a totally different separate spreadsheet, not a tab.
I create that for rough copy.
Yeah, you do that as a separate spreadsheet, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and then link it to the finance doc. So this is to be deleted, right? Deleted, right? I mean, there's no reason for it. Why it doesn't need to be here, does it?
Yes.
Is that correct, or am I missing something?
Yes, you're correct.
Okay, because I'm working on this one. So we work on 2016. This is the one we're working on.
Yeah. Here the column number, row number 64.
64.
Vienna, when there's no amount.
Okay, that's odd. Well, can you check the Venmo account? Can you check the Venmo account on that? So obviously it's not a big deal. I mean, I wouldn't worry too much about it, but you can check the Venmo account and see what's missing there. So did you have any other question about this?
No.
What? Zila, are you there?
Yes.
You have a question.
I didn't organize Venmo. Venmo is someone else done, and I don't have the backup files. I can't find out this.
Venmo. Let's see, Vienna
I didn't
doc.
upload it.
I think it's just under Vienna doc. No, it's not under Vienna doc. And this needs to link back to the finance doc, right? This should link back to finance doc, and it doesn't. It's a problem. Vienna personal expenditures. I think it's this one right here. Yeah, here's the Venmo account doc right here. So Venmo account spreadsheet. Do you know where this is? The Vienna Zachary finance doc? Zilu? Hello? There's a lot of background noise right now. I think it's coming from you, Abdul.
Yes, Jim.
There's a lot of background noise. If you could mute. Oh, so much better. So Zilu, do you have any other questions, or are we good?
Yeah, you can go.
Yeah, so just Vienna and Zachary finance doc. You have Vienna Venmo account spreadsheet 1.
Okay.
And it's possible there's nothing there. I mean, there's no guarantee. 2018 Winslow, yeah, that's nothing. So we don't have anything for that. So you can look at the doc and see if you can find anything, right? Under the personal expenditures, we got all the Venmo transactions as a doc. So this is the doc of Venmo transactions. So you can review that for Venmo transactions. So it wasn't particularly informative. Anyways, I'm going to take care of that. You don't even have to work on that. That's not your responsibility, right? Correct? Like I'm gonna deal with step 5 for easy entity taxes. So, are we good? Okay, so let's go into, any questions about VZ entity taxes?
No question. I think it's clear to me.
Yeah, to me too.
Cool. So yeah, and I can go ahead and add this to our notes so that it's here. There, okay. All right, so let's go into Anya. I think I have it here already. So what questions do you have, Abdul?
So I had need to check this yellow color and also the red color categorize.
You gotta give me a number. A line number. What are you talking about?
Line number 101.
Okay. What about it? It says $8. I mean, I'm not worried about an $8 transaction, but what's your question?
So person, this description is correct. I just put had food. So is it okay? Categorize for food.
I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, you would have to look up like Google Evanto MLKN. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. You have to Google it and figure it out. Otherwise, it's just like, you know, it's $8. You know, it's like, who cares, right?
Yes, and you can check 157 line.
157. Okay. eBay marketplace US dollars. Yeah, I mean, I think that's reasonable. I'll make it orange. It's not red. It's not very much money. And this again would be travel. Anything else?
Yeah. Yes, I think now it's okay. So the next step we need to email Anya, right? Sending email.
For what? What do you want to send an email about? So pay. See here it says Payoneer, right? Payoneer is payroll. Yes. That's part of payroll. You guys should all know what Payoneer is.
Yeah. Oh.
So do you guys have any other questions?
No.
So I mean, when I look at this, right, and I glance through it, there are definitely a few questions.
Yeah.
But overall, I don't see any like glaring red major problems. You know, there's a few things. I mean, these are just not orange. These are yellow. It's only $50. It's not going to change the taxes, right? You know, this is $70, right? We're not worried about it. Not going to change the taxes.
These are on orange because you are going to recheck these because these are same transaction number 2 times. So that these are orange.
No, that doesn't change whether it's orange or not. The only thing that makes orange is if it's over $500.
Okay.
Right? So this one is like $349. It's really not even orange, but it's the only one that's even over $100. So if we're gonna check anything, it would be this one. But it's like it's probably a personal something or other. A lot of this stuff could be personal. Most of the food expenses are probably personal. We're probably not going to include food expenses at all in the taxes, but that's okay. So, but overall, I mean, you guys did a great job here. So let's just like take a step back. It looks great. You know, there's no red. Everything looks pretty clear. It's all done. All the categories are clear. I mean, I would say this is ready to go. I mean, maybe we'll make some minor changes here and there with Anya, but I think overall we're ready to go to step 6. That would be my recommendation. So here for step 5, basically I would say you have Abdul, you've got Zilu. Is anyone else working on this, or is it just Abdul and Zilu?
Albina, also categories.
Albina? Well, no. Are you working on Anya's categories? You are? Zilu, is that correct?
Yes.
No, she was on the exam.
Exam.
Okay, so if you're not working on Anya's, then I would prefer you just not to focus on that, okay? For now. So step 6, and but if Zilu asks you to work on it, then you can work on it. Does that make sense? So if Zilu needs help, which is whatever Zilu needs help to do, he's in charge because he knows exactly what he's doing. Don't ask me how, he just does. So step 6 is going to be, you know, I think we're ready. So this is pretty much like 95%. You know, it's like this is very green, right?
Yes.
So step 6, you know, Zilu is going to be in charge of that. Hey, Zilu, do you want anyone to help you with it?
Yes, anyone can help with that.
So who knows how to do step 6? That can help Zilu.
Abdul and Albina also can help with me.
Abdul and Albina. And you can do some training for Abdul and Albina as well. And remember, the key here, the key is to create a new spreadsheet and link it to Anya's finance doc. Okay? Step 7, probably, again, it's probably going to be Jay and Steve, but, you know, you guys are welcome to get started with it, you know. So Zilu can help, Abdul can help, Albina, you can help. Lucy, do you know how to do step 7?
Yes.
Are you sure? Because last time you were having some problems with that. All right, so anyways, it's Zilu's in charge, and Zilu...
Hi, everyone.
Oh, who just got here?
Hi.
Is that Gail?
Hello. Yes, hi. So we have clarification or question from the second Hangout team.
Okay.
So our question is, what would be the expectation? What should be expected from us when it comes to tasks or when it comes to tasks and responsibilities? Because we are talking about it right now. We're assigning tasks, yet we don't know what to write in.
Well, I mean, we're about to send Abdul over to help and work with you guys. And we'll get you more help as well. But overall, I mean, you guys are just going to choose your responsibilities, and then you just have to keep prioritizing. So in every buddy team you go to, you tell your buddy, this is what I'm interested in working on. I want to learn more about it. You learn as much as you can from everybody you can. You watch all the training videos that you can, and it could take weeks, you know, possibly a month just to learn the basics of what you're doing. It doesn't happen overnight. Because we're doing a lot. But the most important thing is stepping up and telling us what you guys want to do. Because if you guys basically are like, we don't know what we're doing, you know, we don't know what to work on, then that just tells me that you guys aren't interested, right? Because then you're basically, we have 150 responsibilities. You can choose any one you want, and you can either come to me and say, I don't know what to do, or you can come to me and say, I want to work on this responsibility. Can you help me learn how to do it? And they're totally different. It's like black and white. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, noted on that. So I'm gonna relay that on our team. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, wait. Let's see if anyone else wants to add anything. That's just my perspective. So Lucy, Zilu, Albina, anyone else?
So, Jay, I think on secondary hangout, they are the new most experienced person are in main hangout. So I hope they need experience, like as me, Albina, or Lucy, or Jillu, who know the dog and also the other tasking responsibility are linking also.
Totally.
They expect a more experienced person, citizen.
Of course, yeah. So you guys will be mainly working with experienced people, and also working on the watching the training videos and everything. But today is just a very rare day where we have this major deadline on Thursday with the taxes, and we just needed to deal with it really quick. But I think we're done, and I think we can send Abdul over to help you guys. And Abdul's been here since 2015, so he's been here for a few years, so he knows a little bit. We're all still learning, but Abdul, do you have any more questions about Anya's taxes?
No. I'm just clear, and I think
I have to.
Wait.
You need to go to 120.
Zilu, do you have a question for Abdul?
No, I have a question to you.
Okay, so we're not talking about that yet. We're talking about Abdul right now. So Abdul, I would like you, if you have no other questions, I would like you to go back with Gail and start working with them and explaining, some of the level stuff and, how and what they need to do to organize their quintet, right? So we want them to be involved in the elections to, get there's going to be elections of 2 senior manager positions. So you can talk about the senior manager position for the AustrAsia quintet, and just help them get organized. Okay.
Okay. So now I go to secondary hangout, right?
Yeah. So go to secondary hangout, and you can work with them.
Okay. Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah. Thank you. Cool. All right. So that's awesome that Abdul's going to help them out, and obviously all of you guys should go help them out too and do buddy teams and everything. But it's really exciting that we finally have an AustrAsia team, because it's been a really long time that we've been recruiting for AustrAsia, and there's so many of them. All right. So Zilu, questions?
Yes, because you need to the umbrella ledger of Anaya and go to the 123 number row. That's what it may be. You can figure it out.
All right, 123. Yes. All right. Credit card purchase, PayPal, Gary. My assumption is that this is a person, and that we would just assume that's payroll. That would be my assumption.
And 267.
267. Online transfer to PPX. PPX. One of them. It's a really good question. But it's probably not a transfer. It seems to be separate. PPX transfer. Chase Bank, external transfer, transfer. Huh. Very odd. I don't know. It could be anything. I would just leave it like that. I mean, I just have no idea what it would be. So basically we can't deduct it. Let's make it yellow, broader yellow. Maybe we'll cover that with Anya. But this is something, I mean, that's $160 we can't deduct because we don't know what this is spent it on. Anything else?
On the 118.
And let's check out this one right here. So this is $2, internal transfer or refund paid from escrow or invoice. So this is just like a double one, right? So we still want to leave it yellow, but it's probably just a double. So we don't need to worry about that. So what was it? 118 invoice payroll. So this is just another double one. You know, if we can confirm this is double, then you can then you can okay, let me ask her what time it is. What time is it again? I have to go to the airport at like the crack of dawn. Office expenses, that's one we covered. So which one is it? 1118? 118? This one?
Yes.
Online transfer to checking transaction. Leave here at 5:30 a.m. Oh God. 5894 transfer. Checking 9060. I mean, she might have another checking account. Online transfer from checking 9060. So it could be a personal draw. I would call it a draw. That's what I would call it. This one here, 5446, car purchase Upwork. This should go into the Upwork right here. See 5446, income deposit, right? So this is technically a transfer because it's transferring from here. Does that make sense? See, so it transferred from here to there. See, that one goes there.
No, it was deposited on 12th October and spent sent to pay someone as invoice on 12th. This is you just make the transfer 54. That was for 14th.
Exactly. Paid Visa 7952. Paid.
Yes, this
7952. See, it's the same thing. It comes out of Upwork. You charge Upwork, and then it takes a couple days later, they charge your card, right? So Upwork gets it 2 days before it's charged, but it's a transfer from Upwork to the bank account. From the bank account to Upwork, but it's charged from Upwork first, and then it comes out of the bank account.
Okay.
So this right here is 77 Visa 7952 7780. Yeah, so this is a transfer. Right, so the payroll is this. This is the payroll, and we don't know why it comes out twice, but we might want to delete one of those.
In the statement, they are tried 2 times, and some transactions in the same invoice number, and some are in the different invoice number, but there is 2 transactions in the most.
One way to figure out a little bit better on whether or not you have double transactions.
I can also in a different name.
Yeah, one way to figure out if you have double transactions is to pay attention to the balance, because the balance should tell you a little bit more about what's going on. Right, so if the balance is like way off, you should be able to see that. So see where here this says 2 right there? That's obviously incorrect. I don't know why it says 2 there. So anyways, you can see the balance here. So see how the balance is negative $8,000? See where it says negative $8,000? There's obviously a problem somewhere. All right, it's like, why is it negative 3,000? So here's where it goes negative right here. Transfer, balance, transfer. So what, I don't know what's, oh, this is, This is a transfer between cards. So this is definitely strange that there are these balance transfers here. This is something we would probably want to consider, because this is probably a transfer and not a negative number because it's from a separate card. So we can probably ignore these. So I would basically most likely ignore those. Yeah. Anyway, so now you can see a little bit more what's going on with the balance. So if there's double transactions, it'll show up much more vividly. And obviously this is a major problem here, but I think you can just get rid of that. Not worry about it too much. So here you can see it goes from 2,680 . Yeah. And this might be double. See how this is? I know these are two separate things. This is ink
separate
company,
things.
fast
Yeah, I'm
company.
talking about this. The line item is the separate, but the invoice number is the same, but the payment was goes to separate people's.
Well, there's no invoice number. It's the phone number. But
Okay,
yeah,
this
you're right.
was
It says
just
ink and
separate.
fast company, so it could be two separate transactions. All right. Anyways, it's not perfect, but it's it's good enough for the taxes. I think overall we're pretty good. So I would start going into categorization. Obviously, the balance is a problem, but I think it's because we're missing some cards, right? So the way that you truly check the balance is that you would just do a balance per card, right? So balances with umbrella ledgers are very difficult because the only way for an umbrella ledger balance to work out is if you have every single account. If you're missing a single account, your balance can be way off. Okay? So you can basically ignore the balance, but it's just interesting to have there. So I think we're good for now, right? Any other questions?
No.
No. Okay, and just to review the plan, if I can find it. Zilu's in charge. If Zilu needs help from Abdul, Albina, Lucy, or you want to do training or whatever, you can get help for that. But otherwise, me and Steve will oversee it during the Americas and make sure everything gets finalized. I'm probably going to be going to Oakland with the physical taxes on like Thursday. So this all needs to be done, by Thursday and basically finalizing it in person, getting all the signatures, and then sending it off, okay? And Jorge, we're not going to worry about Jorge until afterwards. And this is for 2015 for Anya, so this, you don't really need to worry too much about this either. And it's already a year late.
Yes.
Oh, there's one other important thing to note here. Is that when you're actually trying to do these taxes, you need to know where they are. So within the global folder, we have the Mo taxes. And there's 2015 or 2016. Within the 2015 taxes, I added Anya. Okay?
Okay.
So
Yes.
one thing I want to make sure is that Zilu, that you're shared in here. Let's check. So we have Nelly, Albina, Abdul, Thomas, Steve, Lucy. Don't see Zilu. What's your email again?
I'm texting her.
Is this it? The 017265?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So this is where you'll find Anya. Anya is going to be filling out a 1040, a 1040 Schedule C. And I believe that's it, because there's no self-income, because she didn't make any income. It's all loss. We might need to do that anyway, so this shows a lot. Yeah. Cool. All right. So any questions on Anya?
No.
Okay, and then
the draw will be go on the 1040 text form. The personal expense. Sorry, on the. I'm just checking the form. The draws goes to where mainly. If the draw is not confirmed, what is the draw, then where it will go on the form.
If the sole proprietorship, there is not really a draw. It's just profit and loss. So the draw is basically you just ignore the draw, and it's just they just don't deduct it, so that turns into profit. So on your Schedule C, this is the profit and loss from the business. We need to figure out what the business is for. I think it's like a software company or something like that. And then here you'd put the total receipts. So this would be the income, which is basically zero. She didn't make any money. And then the gross profit would pretty much be zero. And then you have advertising, power truck expenses. This is where you put all the advertising and information, legal expenses, and payroll under wages. So 26 is going to be the biggest deduction. And then anything else would be other expenses, which would be 27A, and then we would attach. Actually, no, it goes right down here. It goes for other expenses. You list the other expenses here.
Other expenses will be fine.
Yeah, and this goes to 48, and we list all the other expenses here. So this is where all the expenses go, and then anything that's not taken out. So a draw would basically be not taken out as a deduction, and so then you would have the total net profit or loss, which should be all loss because there's no income. So therefore, from here, we would do a Schedule SE if you have, and I'm assuming all this investment is at risk, so we would do investment at risk. And then we would take it as a loss in the Schedule SE if applicable. So yeah, it would, and then we're going to deduct that from her income. So she had W-2 income and employee income, and then she invested that into her business and she lost it all. So and that's where it's all overwhelming for her because she's, that's why we're doing taxes for her. Oh wait, and see how this says 2016? See how it says 2016? Do you see how it says?
This is for pictures.
Yeah, that's a problem. Anya's taxes are 2015, so we want to do 2015, 1040, and then it should come up. Let's see. Fileable RS sign print form until it makes surface. So this should be right here. All right, so this is 1040 for 2015. And then we're also going to need the Schedule C. Schedule C for 2015. This is instructions for 2015. Schedule E, C, blah, 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 2015. I don't know. Anyways, the point is that we need to use 2015 forms. I think this is correct. I don't know why it's not on the IRS website. All right, here we go. Whatever. Okay. Anyways, I just want to make sure you understand that, double check, triple check everything. This is incorrect. Even I make mistakes all the time. I just double and triple and quadruple correct them. So for this, we're going to create a new folder. It's going to be old, and all of this stuff is incorrect, so I'm going to get rid of all of it, okay? So now I'm going to put in the correct forms, which are the 2015 forms. Cool. So anyways, we're also going to need the SC. But I think we're pretty good from there. So any other questions about this, about Anya?
No.
So then
I'm
you
just,
come into
confused on the
2016
double
and you have BZ. What? Did I miss something? What? I couldn't hear you. Say again?
No, you didn't miss. Yeah, no, you didn't miss anything.
Okay, so
I'm
for
just
BZ,
little confused on Anya's Upworks double transactions. They're in the same invoice number, but the people are different, and I'm just confused that the double transactions will be on the sheet or out of the sheet.
if it's
I
a
have to
double
double check.
transaction and we can confirm that it's a double transaction, delete it. Just go to the Upwork information, double check it, make sure and confirm and verify that it's a double transaction, and then delete the double transaction. It's that simple.
Yes.
If you don't know if it's a double transaction or not, then leave it on there, and then we'll deal with it later. You know, I just don't think you should worry about it too much. It's just like it's either verified as a double transaction or it's not.
Okay. I double checked, but I will check again.
Yeah, just do your best. You know, I don't know what the right answer is for that either. Okay, so these are all the 1040 forms for Vienna and Zachary. What's going on here? I don't think they're actually going to need a Schedule E. I know they do need a Schedule E because they have some profit from that. All right, cool. So yeah, that's
2015 1040. Yeah.
no, these are all for 2016. So
2016
Vienna and
is
Zachary are 2016
VZ.
taxes. So VZ.
VZ, yes.
Okay, and they're most likely going to do. We're going to do a joint filing for now. So it's possible we might not do a joint filing. So what'll happen is if so right now we're going to call this VZ joint filing, right? If they basically are like we don't want a joint file, we want to do separately, then we'll have two separate ones, one for Vienna, one for Zachary, and it'll be separate. Okay. So this joint filing. Additionally, all of this is for the feds. So we're going to do a new folder. This is going to be Fed IRS, and all this is federal. And then there's also going to be California, and this will be the franchise tax board. Okay. So that should take care of Vienna and Zachary's taxes. I don't have the franchise tax board ones now, but I think that's pretty good. Are there any questions on Vienna and Zachary's taxes?
No, we're just waiting for your green light. And then can go and stay on the
Yeah, I mean, I just need to get an answer from Vienna about all this. I mean, it's like $20,000 of potential income. So there's not much we can do until we hear about that. This is $10,000 of potential income that was deposited. That would be good to know about. And this is from September. These are all year. And then I'm not worried about any of the stuff from Amazon. It's kind of like half and half. So we'll deal with that accordingly. So yeah, I would say overall, just be patient. Like, you know, give me a day or two. I mean, if worst case scenario, we'll just do the taxes without this information from Vienna, but hopefully we'll get it. I keep bugging her about it. She should get back to me. And let me see one more email here. Still need the info on the following. All right. Okay. So I think we're ready to move on. What else do we have, Lucy? And you guys are doing bad timekeeping and bad facilitation and everything like that, but you know, let's do our best. Do you guys have any other questions about the taxes? Are you guys ready to move on, or can we just wrap up, or what's going on?
Yes, wrap up.
Oh, it looks like Lucy and them are gone. No wonder they're not facilitating or giving time.
They are not also on Skype. Maybe they have some electricity or power problem. Maybe.
Yeah, that's possible. Let's check the secondary hangout. No, I don't see them. Okay. Well, I think we're probably good then. Let's just check out our thing here. Let me see. All right. So VC taxes is good. Anya's taxes looks good. Jorge is good. Nonprofit. Okay, look at that. Look at that. That's good. What else are we gonna talk about? I'm tired. All right. So we were gonna talk about tax and other essential responsibilities for the week. Okay. So other essential responsibilities for the week that we can't forget about, even though we have this crazy taxes stuff, is exit payroll preparation and exit reimbursements. So I think Abdul knows how to do both of those. Do you know how to do that?
Ask again. Yes.
Exit payroll preparation.
I'm
this
actually
is
doing
for
the payroll,
mid
but what
month. And the other one is what was the other one? Reimbursement. Exit reimbursement. So I think we could just, if you could just tell Abdul to do both of these. I think he did them both. It might have been someone else who did the reimbursements. I can't remember. But both of these are really important and high priority. So can you take care of that? To make sure Abdul knows that those need to happen and get help with anyone else maybe. But I want you to focus on the taxes as best as you can. Yeah.
I will do it. I'll also assist with the Abdul for the payroll and reimbursements.
Cool.
No problem.
All right, so I think that's it for me. I'm going to go to bed. It's really late.
Yes, it's already midnight or late night. So just
yeah, right before midnight. So, any other questions?
Would you like to check out?
Oh, yeah.
No, not night.
Maybe I'll see you at the Atlantic session tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Which is your night, but I think that's pretty much it. So maybe just do a quick checkout. Actually, let's go back to the other group and do checkouts with them. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm gonna jump in.
Yeah,
I'm gonna jump into the other group. So hold on. I'll see you there. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
limit, but main derivative have only one, applicable for only provisional value 2 or 3. And then level take connection, that means your internet connection, then your voice, I think audio connection, computer, and this is called the technical connection. And then level 2 is language. So my language is Globish, not actual English. So here I just talking about this answer with Raju. Raju is now level 2, right? Asif Raju is now level 2, but he has started from level 3, and now he is level 2 because Asif. At first, when Asif are in this organization first, then Asif faced some problem, what they say, and he understand. And that's why the language problem, and that's why they propose Asif to level 3 to level 2. And that's why Asif is level 2 now. So I think Asif, you now I think it's okay for you. And you can give a proposal in our next session for level 3 to level 4. Proposal, you need to proposal for level 3 to level 4, because for level 3 you have all you have I think you now your language is okay, and you know that what every person say, and you also talk about English more than at the beginning. So you just get a proposal for level 3 to level 4.
I think what you mean is from level 2 to level 3. So we want to get Raju back to level 3.
Yeah, so can we approve Asif Raju level 3 to level 2 to level 3? Hello, Jay.
So we would want to get Asif back to level 3. Yeah.
Hello.
Sorry, yeah, we would want to get Asif Raju back up to level 3. Right?
Yeah.
But again, the most important thing is not just his language, it's about getting the work done, right? So you need to be able to take on 2 responsibilities to be level 3.
Asif Raju, I think Asif Raju update his main doc responsibilities. I think Asif Raju is now able to work this all responsibilities are ranking pretty good, and personal tracking page sheet also. Then this video indexing, and also the link verification.
Okay,
and
so
Asif Raju also able to work on finance step 1 and 2.
okay, so but just really quick, just to step in for a second.
Yeah.
I think it's really good that you're focusing so much on Asif Raju, but 1, he's not even here, and 2, he's not in the AustrAsia session, and you should focus on Gail, Shagimi, and Aline, and help them get up level.
So I just talking about this level, and they have one person asked me why Raju and Benji and Julie are level 2, and that's why I just described this 3.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's mainly about just the not getting as much work done, and needing more training. So you go to level 2 because you need more training, And it's simply the difference between level 2 and level 3 is that at level 3 you can go to any buddy team you want to. At level 2 you need to be matched up with you know, leadership, like you know, level 4, mainly level 4 and level 5, so that you are, you know, learning and getting the training you need to, you know, get back to level 3.
Yeah. So I also talking about this level 4 and level 5, and our quick manager also, and I already described about this quick manager and level 4 and level 5.
Yes. And for Aline has already attended some of our quarter moon sessions. And so the next quarter moon session, I believe, is on Wednesday morning. And that particular quarter moon session, you know, you just want to make sure that every quinton across the world has representation. That's our lowest level global session. And then also on Friday, we have a Mercury session, which is a planetary session. And so planetary sessions are much more important than lunar sessions. So it goes, you have full moon and new moons. New moons are the highest level lunar session, and then Mercury sessions are the lowest level planetary session, which are above the new moon session. So if you're going to attend the global session, those are the ones you want to, you know, attend the steering team if you want to be a senior quintet manager, and that would be on Wednesday. And then in general, the Mercury sessions are great to attend if you're able to on Friday. Yes, but your quintet, like the AustrAsia quintet, and specifically, you know, the group from the Philippines, really can be its own independent, you know, semi-independent team and start functioning on its own. And so you guys should be, you know, checking in with us and getting your buddy teams together and getting your budget together. And we're actually going to be instituting a new policy, or it's actually not new, it's an existing policy, but we're going to actually start implementing it instead of letting it go through the cracks. That every team needs to have its own budget. And so you guys would have your buddy team budgets, and then you combine them into your team budgets, and then that would get proposed to global teams. So we'll help you guys do that, but this is the place to do it. It'll be at the AustrAsia session. If this time doesn't work very good for you guys can change the time, but it would just be sometime during the AustrAsia session. And as we go to the decade schedule, it's going to be changing a little bit. Might be more like Oceania or whatever, but yeah, we should be good to go. So I gotta go to bed. You guys have any other questions for me? I was gonna check out, and I don't know if you guys want to check out too and just all check out and wrap up, or if you guys had any other questions, want to go over one more thing, or if I should just check out and you guys can keep going.
So any question on this level, individual level island in the new members in AustrAsia session? She gave me so any question? So if you have no question, then we can go to check out.
Well, I want to hear something, because it just silence, and silence is not good. Not what I'm looking for. We're looking for interaction and people to step up. And
you just mute. So you need to unmute and then talk.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we still need to accomplish some more goals for this meeting. No. For example, the ones that Jay said earlier, make goals for the AustrAsia session. We haven't covered that yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you guys want to review the previous meeting, you can do that and look at the goals and see what's been accomplished and what hasn't been accomplished. Do you guys know how to find all the meetings in the recordings from the previous sessions?
No.
No, so that would be the first thing, is that you guys just need to learn about where to find the super team doc for the AustrAsia sessions. make sure that you guys have access to that. You can review the previous notes. I mean, this is your guys' team. I mean, basically what we're asking you guys to do is to step up, you know, and take it over. I mean, this is yours. Like, I'm from the Americas team. Zilu, Abdul are from the Central Asia team. Lucy, Albina are from the Eurafrica team, right? You guys are the first ones to come from the AustrAsia and Oceania team. So we just want people to step up, and you know, it's a big ask, you know, and you don't have to do anything that you don't want to, but overall, like, you guys are fully empowered to just take on and you know, take the baton and do what you want with it. I mean, we're giving a lot of space, but at the same time, it's a lot of responsibility. And because we're not giving you tasks. I mean, this is not, we don't do tasks, right? We're not gonna like hand you like a baby platter and you know, hold your hand and make everything super easy for you. That's just not what we do. There's literally 1,000 tasks that need to get done. And we have about 300 responsibilities, and we have you know, about 50 projects. So, and there's about 25 organizations, and they all need help and work, and so we don't have the time to hold your hands through every little thing. All we can do is assign you a responsibility, and you really have to step up and take responsibility for it and figure out what to do, and sort of like, you know, piece everything together. And again, it can take many weeks, like 2-3 weeks, even a month, to even figure out what is going on at all. And then from there, it can take years to master, you know, and really get good at what we're doing. So one step at a time, you know? Yeah, but again, the most important thing for you guys to do is to ask questions and keep pushing it. So you guys just prioritize, you know, learning about your team. Where is the super team doc? We heard you. So Abdul and you guys could answer that for a little bit. Keep answering questions. I got to take off here. It's really late. But I'll make sure it's at least linked. AustrAsia super team doc. There it is. So give me just linked it. So this is your super team doc. It has links to like lots and lots of things. You should link this doc to your main doc. You should be able to get to this doc anytime you want to. And in here you have the AustrAsia main session doc, but you have your priorities. But it's pretty new. There's not a lot of information here. You can look at the global team doc, the full team doc. You can look at the Sonic team, and you can see how much more information there is in like the Sonic team doc. And that's listed here. And there's also the Andromeda team, because they're just really active. The AustrAsia team has just not been active. You guys are the first people getting involved in it, but eventually it could exist, you know, every day of the week, like the Sonic team. Right now, the AustrAsia team only meets once a week. So once you guys get to level 4, you can set up your own AustrAsia sessions and do more whatever you guys need to do to support your team. So any last question for me before I check out? And then Abdul and Zilu, you guys can help them understand a little more about the AustrAsia team and the Oceania team.
I help them, no problem. I think you need to, you can check out. I think yours is very late.
Yeah.
Okay, so no, if there's no question, yeah, I'll check out. I thought this was a really good session. We accomplished a lot. We have a really good tax plan. I'm not worried about the taxes getting done, which is really exciting. As soon as we get the taxes done, we'll have more time to really step back and, you know, do more training and really support everybody as best as we can. You know, I'll just end by saying that global organizing is really, really, really difficult. We're making huge strides. It's getting better and better and better and easier the more people who get involved. But it's just not easy. I mean, I've been doing this pretty much by myself for about 20 years, you know, at least 15 to 20 years. And so we have 15 people, but since since like June. So it's only been like not even 4 months, maybe 5 months. So you guys are still at the very, very beginning of it. you know, all these people getting involved and us actually having a budget to pay people. And it's just a lot of things are stuck with me, but we're slowly getting it out of me and like training people. And we have all the training videos, and we'll continue to do more training videos, and we'll get better and better at training over time. But it's just very difficult because I'm awake when all of you guys are asleep, and vice versa. So we only have a few hours each day of this overlap. But that also makes the AustrAsia session and the Oceania session one of the most important sessions, because this is the only time that I really have to train and pass off information to the rest of the world. So the information we give to you guys when we pass the baton, you know, is going to be what supports, you know, the AustrAsia teams, the Central Asia teams, the Middle East teams, as well as the your Africa teams, before it comes back to the Atlantic and then back to the Americas and the Pacific, where I'm at. So it's very important. So thank you guys for helping out.
Okay, thank you, Jay. Thank you.
Awesome. See you guys later.